Hello, my friends. Jerry Rosa here in the Rosa String Works Metal Shop. I have watched one YouTube video on this subject. Now I'm an expert. I am taking apart my dehumidifier. This is just one of several we have. I took the back off already, as you can see here. This is the back. There is a trick to getting the back off of this one. This one is a, well, I don't even know. It's a GE. That's all I can tell you for sure. It's a GE. And anyway, to get the back off, this handle has to be all the way down. You take out all the screws around the outer edge here, and then you can tip it from the bottom up and get it out from underneath this lip up here. So anyway, that's how the back came off. I've plugged it in and I powered it on, and we definitely have a problem. This is not doing anything. This is the compressor here. So let me just power it on and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, you can see the fan works, but oh wait, this time it feels like it is kicking on a little bit. It didn't vibrate the last time. It's vibrating this time, wouldn't you know? Now that's the first time it's vibrated. It's not vibrating very much. Wow. All you gotta do is turn the camera on and it fixes itself. Now we gotta wait and see if it actually produces some, cold or chilled cooling fans, which is where the water comes from. It does actually feel like it's working this time. Let me see here. Is there any? There should be heat and cold building up here. One of these sides should be getting warm, I think, and the other side should be getting cool. Well, I guess I'll pause the video for a minute and take a look at it and see if it's doing anything, because like I said, it never vibrated before, but now it feels like it's vibrating. So that probably means that the electronics is okay. It probably means it's low on Freon. My friends, days have passed. I ordered the parts to repair this dehumidifier, and I believe I have what I need. The question is, do I have the skills to do what I need? I have never tried to do this on something like this, but basically we have a tap here. This is and when I say a tap, it taps into the line. You want to tap into the return line so that you can recharge the return line. You don't want to charge the high pressure line. That would be a problem. So anyway, I've got this. You basically have to take this thing apart. It comes assembled. I bought the Freon just locally here in town. It's just 134A, and I'm hoping it's going to work, but I've never done this before, so the odds are I'll run into some kind of fun time. Really what it boils down to is it's fairly simple, fairly straightforward. There's a bushing here to make it fit the size of your pipe. I think it's already the right size for my pipe without the bushing, so I think we're good there. These deals have rubber in them to seal around it. So basically you just squish it and seal around the pipe. Now, I'm trying to do this so that I can, have these ports available. Once I get this on here, I got to be able to have this in a place where I can screw this on, and I have to have it in a place where I can screw this piercing deal through here. In other words, it's going to pierce a hole, and so I got to get it all lined up where I can do all this after we get it on the pipe here. And I'm backing this piercing deal out because it's sticking through too far. All right, that's out of the way. And I mean, this thing don't work as it is. I'm not worried about tearing it up. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those deals where, can I really hurt it? I don't think so. It don't work. Most people would just throw it away and buy a new one. And I might do that too. But I wanted to give it a shot of repairing it. Number one, I like to repair stuff. Number two, it's not as wasteful. Number three, I'll learn something. And number four, there's Sue with the tractor on cue anytime I start a video. You can just call it the Rosa luck thing. Every time I start a video, I get interrupted. I mean, it's like every time. I mean, I know you probably don't believe it, but it's the truth. All right, so I'm tightening this down around the pipe. And I'm going to get a different Allen. This is too short to reach in there. Okay, here's a 3mm. Maybe that'll reach. Maybe that'll work. I think that's it. Yep. Okay, I can reach in there better now. I'm just going to tighten all three of these clamps around here, which tighten this tap. It tightens this tap around the pipe, and I'm just going to tighten it really snug. I'm hoping this won't leak. This is compressing the little O-ring, rubber O-ring in there. That's working. The thing that's bothering me is I don't see any kind of a valve on the end of this. And nothing came with it. Well, actually, these came with it. I'll be darned. I didn't think I would need this on there, but I bet I do. Because this has a Schrader valve on the end. That doesn't have a Schrader valve. It's just an open port. So I'm lucky I noticed that. This has a Schrader valve on the end that stops it. It's just like airing up a tire. And this has an O-ring inside here, so I can just tighten this down on this. Okay, well, I'm glad I noticed that before I punctured this. All right, so I'll have to find a wrench that'll fit that. There's a 13. It fits. Okay. I'm going to snug this up pretty tight. That should be all I need. This, which gets screwed onto this, this is a pressure gauge. I'm not sure what good that's going to do for me, except for the fact that this tells me something. Ambient temperature pressure gauge chart. Okay, in here it's probably around 75. So low side 35 to 45 psi. Ah, it does have psi. Okay, so we want to get it up in this range, in this general area. I don't know what to connect up first, honestly. I know that this is, this hose came with it, but this hose won't fit this apparatus. So we'll take this off, screw this on, make sure this is backed out before I do that so that I don't puncture it prematurely. And I guess I can just screw the bottle. That would be easier than spinning this whole thing around. So tighten this down. First time for everything, guys. I think I'm going to put this around this way where I can see the gauge better and run this in like this, tighten this down. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten this down now. Now you can get your fingers burnt from this Freon if it's, I don't know, the old Freon I know would do it. I don't know if this Freon will do this or not. I'm tightening it down. All right, so I guess the first thing to do, now that everything's tight, is puncture this line first, I guess. I don't know. I've really not done it before, like I said. Making sure this is good and snug too. Everything's snug and tight, so here we go. Wish me luck. I think I just hit it. Now I think I'm going through. There, I'm going through, I'm pretty sure. Yep, I'm through. Okay, so now I'll back this out, I'm assuming. Backing it out to about where it gets snug. Now I need to tighten this down to start the Freon flow, I think. I guess I'll start the machine. I would think I need to do that. Let me see here. Okay, the compressor's running, so here we go. I'm going to start the puncture. I don't think it punctured. I don't think it punctured this. I don't think it punctured. It may not be reaching down in there far enough. Darn it. My typical luck. Just seeing if I could get a surge in this. Well, my friends, I'm absolutely 100% convinced this was not tapping that jug. 100% convinced now. I put on a different one here, which came with this. The difference was I didn't have the right connector here, but sure enough, I ordered the right connector. I knew I might need it. And anyway, I had the connector, so I put it on here. I've got this new hose connected up. I'm 99% sure it's going to work now. Oh, wait a minute. It can't work. I had this valve closed. No wonder. Working now. Working now. Yep, it's working. I was wondering why it wasn't doing anything, but now I know why. Whoa, that wasn't good. What was that? What was that? What happened? What was that? What caused that? I didn't see it. I don't know what happened. I wasn't looking. I hope this shows. Yeah, that's getting cold up there now. And that's getting hot. Yeah, that's getting cold. Pretty sure it's working now. I don't know what caused that to pop up like that, though. Makes no sense. It said to tilt the thing every once in a while. It's definitely working now. This one definitely was not working that I bought off at Amazon. Yeah, the bottle's getting ice cold. It's definitely working. Yeah, I knew there was some kind of problem, and it was in this hose is where the problem was. We're at 40. According to this, I don't know the temperature in here, but I'm going to say it's about 80. 75 to 80. According to this, between 45 and, or between, yeah, 45 and 50. Well, between 40 and 50. It's right on 40 now. The line is definitely cool now. This is definitely hot now. Compressor's hot. We're about 41, 42-ish, 41 mostly. The instructions say to tilt this can every so often. Very cool the way it's working now. Fine. I knew it had to be something wrong, and now we know. At least if you're watching this and you know you've never done it before, you'll have a better idea now that you know you should see some kind of activity, and I was seeing nothing. The valve here where you're putting it in should get cool. The other line, the little line, is hot. The compressor is hot. You should be able to feel and hear the compressor humming and moving. And try to get it to settle on about 45. It's about 44 now, I would call it. Probably about 46, maybe, yeah, probably 46. Maybe 47. I don't want to overcharge it because I don't want to freeze it up. I feel like we're pretty close. We're about 46, I'm going to guess. Let it settle down one more time here. All right, I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to back this off, which should shut the flow off. I'm going to pull this off. I wonder if I should shut this or if I should just leave it. Probably just leave it because it's got a Schrader valve on it. The only problem is getting in here to this valve here to pull this off. There, it popped right off. Wow, there's all kinds of foamy stuff around that. So I would say that was the refrigerant, and that looks like that's working. I'm going to put that cap on there, tighten it down. I think we're good. Now I'm going to run it on its own and see if it's making water. In fact, I'm just going to check and see if by chance we can see any water yet. Don't think we can. It ran for days and didn't make any water before, so I'm not expecting much. All right, let's just power it on and see what happens. I'll let this go for about, oh, I don't know, an hour, and then we'll check it and see if we're making any moisture. Well, I've let it run for about 25 minutes, and I'm going to shut it off. And I already know that there is water in here, but I wanted to show you. It's not a lot of water, but for 25 minutes, there's quite a bit of water. I'm trying to think of a way to pour it out to show you. I'll just pour it into this little bowl here and show you. That's a lot for just, in fact, it's going to more than fill the bowl up. In only 25 minutes, it would have really probably overfilled that bowl. And that's not a very big bowl, don't get me wrong, but that's quite a bit of water, considering we have let this thing run for a solid day and it didn't produce any water. Zero, dry as a bone. So I'm going to call that a win. If you've enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next video. Thank you.